being person to professional, from being simple to special. Individuals who created opportunities, individuals who believe in choices. Exploring their journey, learning their process. Honoring their success, celebrating their achievements. A face localization to revive the best moments of their life.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back again to business, and this time we have another beautiful lady. The lady is with us almost a year back when you speak to me feature gareka थियौं. This is almost 1 year back. Lockdown season 1 but lockdown season 2 सम्म जाँदाखेरि well we are again with this lady. र अघिल्लो सेसनमा सो मैले इन्ट्रोड्युस गरेको थिएँ र अहिले पनि इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्ने प्रोसेसमै छु. The thing is with all the academics and musical journey उहाँको बारे मैले धेरै बोलिरहँदाखेरि I need to put on a minute and more. So to sum up, I would love to get introduced by herself. So I just pronounce the name and I request her to introduce as she wants to. This is Ashra. So Ashra, introduce yourself.
Namaste everybody. This is me, Ashra Kunwar, and I'm really glad to see each and every one of you one more time, and also our ROJIN sir for the second time again, I would say. Ani ahilesammako जुन किसिमको हामीले माया र श्रद्धा भावहरू पाइरहेछौँ, we're very grateful for it. Ani the love that we gotten from our well wishers is something that we really appreciated so much, and I'm so glad to be here one more time. Thank you so much, ROJIN sir, for having me one more time.
Okay. So this is where we started last time, almost September महिनामा थियो र episode 38 almost र अहिले हामी episode 82 मा छौं र यो month July मा छौं. So first lockdown सकिएर second lockdown पनि लगभग हामी अहिले smart lockdown को phase मा छौं. So what is the progress, what is the development in your professional career?
Well, development भन्दा पनि हजुरको जुन किसिमको the thing that we're facing at the moment is something that's very crucial for all of us to remind ourselves of the fact that we are so grateful for the little things that we have, हैन. And त्यस्तै सानो कुरामै नै खुशी भएर something that we really need to do for ourselves in order to love the people that surround us is something that's so important भन्ने कुराहरु चाहिँ म एकदमै revitalize गरेको छ यो second lockdown मा चाहिँ for sure. अनि हुन्छ नि अहिले कतिजना मान्छेहरूले they're especially for Nepal being a developed country, अनि एउटा country जसलाई चाहिँ अरु सब धेरै countryहरुले चाहिँ rely गर्छ. So this countryमा भएर चाहिँ अब there are a lot of people जसले चाहिँ एकदम हाम्रो सहायता चाहेको छ उहाँहरुको लागि चाहिँ there is something that we can always work on and help them with भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ मलाई एकदमै प्रोत्साहन दिन्छ र त्यही कुराले गरेर चाहिँ we are inculcating with doing things that we can actually help them with, right? So they could involve some illusions. So basically, they want to answer this vehicle of a musical journey. Padai work that's a very regular thing that's ongoing all the time.
So you've done Bachelors and Masters in Environmental Science with research as the main, wildlife communication or human wildlife conflict ma Ph.D. So is it we can say Dr. Ashra or we need to wait?
You have to wait because I just started and it's not important to say Dr. Ashra Kunwar. It's more than helping the people that I really wanted to help with Nepal ma चाहिँ research को धेरै कुराहरु चाहिँ हजुरको एकदमै lag behind छ अनि त्यो कुराको लागि चाहिँ हामी कति धेरै कुरा गर्न नै बाँकी छ चाहिँ we lag a lot behind than other different countries that we see around अनि त्यो कुरा हेरेर चाहिँ I think it's more than the title that we get or as a researcher as myself get, it's how we contribute to that title भन्ने कुरा is more important जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hoping कि यो सानो टाइटलले गरेर चाहिँ हाम्रो सानो देश जस्तो देशको यो सिटिजन्सहरू जस्तो सन्धि खर्का अर्का खाँचीको मान्छेहरू जसले चाहिँ चितुवाको द्वन्द्वबाट they are surviving, they've lost their child, so त्यो कुराहरुबाट we can really help them out भनेको हुन्छ. I think that's more important, and that's what we're looking forward to.
So is it you plan to do your Ph.D. in wildlife communication, or why not environmental science itself?
I applied for wildlife, and wildlife is part of environmental science. If you see that, because holistically, if you see environmental science is a very huge topic, it's very vast and it's very general. And in order to be specific, there are a lot of things that's inculcated with environmental science, like wildlife. There are a lot of things like ecology. There's a lot of other things like climate science and so many other things that it's very important for any person to be inculcated with a specific genre, when I say specific subject, so that they can do great things in that. So this is very wildlife was something that I was always involved in. Environmental science was just a general topic that I chose. Wuhan University or any other university just had environmental science that had a subtopic like wildlife. So this is where I say wildlife inculcated with that. Generally, only one thing is wildlife is something that's part of environmental science also. So the reason why I chose environmental science, and it's basically inculcation of environmental science. So
Okay. So at meantime, अहिले कोभिड को हामीले फेस गरिरहेकै छौं र यो सँगसँगै अहिले क्लाइमेट चेन्ज, मौसम परिवर्तन, एन्ड देन अल दोज स्टफ्समा अहिले हामीले unexpected waterfall, though monsoon भए पनि the amount of waterfall is unexpected. त्यसको कारणले गर्दाखेरि landslides as well as flood र victimize हुने केसेसहरु धेरै बढेको छ र still we don't know how many days we are going to face this maximum amount of waterfall. So यो climate change को असर जुन हामीले भोगिरहेका छौं according to your experience and all those stuffs that you have gone through your learning and earning process. So नेपालमा यो क्राइसिस म्यानेजमेन्ट या रिस्क म्यानेजमेन्टमा काम कसरी भइराछ र कस्तो हुनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ तपाईको विचारमा?
Right. एकदम राम्रो क्वेशन सोध्नुभयो ROJIN sir. Thank you for asking that. This is something that was very important to address in every topic, and I'm glad that you shared. First thing, मलाई चाहिँ के भन्न मन लाग्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ environmental science को student भन्दैमा it's not important that we should advocate about it. I think your environment, your nature, it's something that's related to everybody, whether or not they study the subject. That's important. Second thing is, advocacy, so the type of rules that we have, or the type of laws and advocacy that we have is not sufficient for a country like us to really advocate about environment. Our major goal is economic stability. So economic stability environment question already is there. So environment especially when there's a COVID-19 hit in Nepal is so underdeveloping country, just like the COVID so cases I think it's very important for a country like us to basically focus on small little things like COVID resiliency power or Nepal like resilient rather than environmental. But when it comes in a loop with the environmental thing, then the most important thing that people should understand is the fact that many of the politicians, they should formulate a law or let's say an advocacy that can actually inculcate in people, just let's say at individual level, group level, organization level, structural level, or nationwide level. So if they have a proper rule as such, I think the advocacy can always be very strong. An individual like us who studied environmental science, let's say, who studied wildlife science or whatever, biology, let's say biodiversity or conservation, so one individual level, inculcation ideas, I think it's always going to be better. But having said that, country, there is lack of such thing, and we don't know who is the person who is actually holding or looking after environmental science agendas in Nepal. There's a gap. Even I don't know. So that's the most important thing. It's very important for everything to be reflected. not just to us, but to every individual, so that we can at least have our own voices on our own level, so that we can build up, you know. So त्यो कुरा चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ. Yes.
So somewhere I have heard and learned how much I'm correct or not. If I am not correct, please make me corrected. Destruction, development, two sides of same coin भनेर भन्छौँ. त्यस्तो भनेको मैले सुनेको र पढेको होइन. त्यो डेभलपमेन्ट र डिस्ट्रक्सन सेम साइड, टु साइड्स अफ सेम कोइन भएकै कारणले गर्दाखेरि जुन डेभलपमेन्ट भइरहेछ होइन, स्पेसली पहाडी इलाकामा रोड कन्स्ट्रक्सनहरू छन्, अनि हिल कटिङ गर्ने कुराहरू, ट्री कटिङ गर्ने कुराहरूको कारणले गर्दा ल्यान्डस्लाइडको जोखिम बढ्न जाने र त्यसको असर जुन समथल ठाउँमा बेसीमा स्पेसली तराई बेल्टमा त्यसको प्रत्यक्ष प्रभाव. सो इज इट ट्रु इन द्याट वे?
Definitely, अहिलेको हजुरले भनेको कुरा is somewhat very true. किनभने डिस्ट्रक्सनको कुरा हामीले अहिले गऱ्यो भनेदेखि let's take the most major example. अहिले निजगढ फरेस्टको कुरा आउँछ, जसको पनि दिमागमा त्यही छ, जसको पनि कुरा त्यही छ, and not just environmental science student or not just somebody who's related to politics, but everybody in Nepal who is really concerned about Nepal has a question कि निजगढ फरेस्टमा why are they trying to make a big airport when all the Nichgad forest is a big resource for Nepal, and especially when Nepal is considered as a vulnerable country in terms of climate change, when our contribution is only 0.17 or even less than that, and this might be considered as a vulnerable country, top 5 ma parcha mami. त्यसको लागि निजगढ फरेस्टले त कति धेरै कार्बन सेक्वेस्ट्रेसन गरिरहेको थियो, कार्बन को लागि हेल्प मद्दत गरिरहेको थियो, तर despite of that, why are they trying to make that money? Is an biggest let's say अहिले हजुरले भन्छ जस्तै डिस्ट्रक्सनको कुरा आयो हैन. Why that destruction when it's so important for people like us to understand the fact that destruction as such is so crucial for people like us to actually inculcate and build a resiliency power by building up such kind of forest, not just in Nichgad but all ठाउँ पनि बनाएर चाहिँ हामीले कार्बन सेक्वेस्ट्रेसन गर्नु सक्छ. Why are we building a airport भन्ने कुरा हजुरले भने जस्तै त्यो कुरा डेफिनेटली नै आउँछ हैन. So त्यो कुरा मध्यनजर राखेर चाहिँ हामीले के गर्न सक्छौँ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it's very important, like I said earlier, art and activism को कुराहरू. There are a lot of people, Nepalma pani, they are vocal about it. They can always speak up. They can come up front. They can always speak about it. But they don't know what the medium that they should choose to, or how they don't know where the teamwork lacks in or कसरी अगाडि आउने भन्ने कुरा. So if we, people like us, also just mentioned from medias, we can come up with an idea or bring up a vlog or maybe like a YouTube series, anything as such, bring them up, take their voices, bring a lot of people around so that their voices are heard, like we have a lot of bloggers in Nepal, not just us, or even bloggers, and there's a lot of artists in Nepal who are very vocal, and just is very inspiring. People are coming there to listen to them. So there are a lot of other politicians as well, inspiring politicians. Let's take an example of Kulman Gishing. Yes. The most amazing leader in Nepal context, and resilient leader, we would say. So why really inculcate this? I think you could apply and we can always make our voices heard to people who do not know about it, and also to politicians who really need to hear about it. So I think that's the best solution to the destruction and the other thing that you talked about.
Okay. So हामीले फर्स्ट हाफको प्रेजेन्टेसनमै अलिकति सिरियस बट इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरालाई अगाडि बढायौँ. सो लेट्स मुभ अन टु लाइटर पार्ट एन्ड देन विल क्यारी अन द्याट सिरियस पार्ट एज वेल एज यो म्युजिकल जर्नी. सो म्युजिकल जर्नीबाट अब सेकेन्ड हाफमा कुरा गर्नु पर्दा, सो विल इट बी पोसिबल टु हियर यु अ लाइन?
It would be possible for you. You should have told me earlier, because I don't have an instrument right here. I was outside with my friends, my cousins, I would say, and I bought my guitar and so okay. My instrument is not here. I would love to do that next time. Having said that, I would like to also tell the audience I'm coming up with an original which is called Bodhi Briksha, in inculcation of art and activism. Activism in a sense, I do environmental science, and that's something that I want to be vocal about with music that I do. The music that's called Bodhi Briksha, it's an autobiography of a tree that says Malay Bashna do, or something that says that we want to live a life so that we can keep the people alive. So it's an inculcation of art and activism, and that's going to be released soon. So answer.
Okay.
Thank you.
So no issues at all. We would like to continue with the very first segment. This would be this and that. You'll be provided with two options. You need to pick up the one. So these goes like this. High heels or flat?
Flats.
Black or red?
Black.
Red or white?
Red.
Okay. So we would love to continue the segment, but I'll question I love to put on the question. So when I go through your page, both on Insta and Facebook, I mostly saw you on black dress. Is it because you love black, or black is made for you?
The answer is right here. But yes, Hazir. I think black is something that I really love to wear, but no offense, I love to wear red as well. But it really depends on the places that I go. I love every color, but if I really have to put on one color, then it would be black. Always.
Okay. So is it कि तपाईको genre of singing पनि rock भएको कारणले एउटा power building को त्यो presentation को लागि अनि black suits the most भन्ने partले गर्दा पनि you prefer the black?
Also, no, I don't think power has anything to do with color, because it's more about a mental thing and mental strength, or the power that we have and the power that we want to delegate to people by saying good and positive thing, you know? So I don't think it has anything to do with the dress that we wear. Because I really love black. That's something that I love. My stage number all color not Sally. So I don't think the power has anything to do with black.
Okay, we continue the segment. You love to call or text?
Well, it depends. That I would love to call if there's something serious. Text with something small talks as such, or maybe nothing.
Viber or WhatsApp?
Both. Depends. WhatsApp to most extent also.
Netflix or YouTube?
Never used Netflix, but I got this free subscription, so I would say Netflix. I really enjoy it. I really do the series pani in a way.
Okay. Fridays or Saturdays?
Fridays, like today.
Nail paint or lipstick?
Nothing actually, but I would say lipstick. Nail paint. That's it.
Formal or casual?
I love formal. Yes, I love to be formal.
Okay. Animal print or flower print?
Animal print for all the time. Yes, I'm researching on animals, so animal print.
Okay. Any favorite print in that also?
Leopard print, because that's my research animal.
Okay.
I'm researching. My Ph.D. is dependent on Panthera pardus. So.
Swimming or sunbathing?
Both mediocre, but I would say sunbathing also.
Okay. Earring or fingering?
Hearing.
Thank you or sorry?
Thank you all the time.
Listening or speaking?
I'm a great listener. Listening.
Writing or reading?
Writer. I'm a writer. Writing.
Complaining or blaming that you don't like?
Nothing. I don't really care. Nothing.
Okay. Humility or integrity?
Humility. That's the most important thing.
Satisfaction or happiness?
Satisfaction is the basic thing the person needs.
Jungle safari or desert safari?
Both. If I get a chance. Especially in a lockdown.
Motorboat or sports car?
Sports car.
So coming up is more on Nepali. Nepali my answer हामी चाहन्छौँ तपाईबाट. फलफुल या तरकारी?
फलफुल.
काउली या बन्दा?
काउली.
मुला या गाजर?
गाजर मिठो हुन्छ.
Okay. मटर पनीर और आलू पनीर?
आलू पनीर.
तोरीको साग या रायोको साग?
प्रायको साग दुइटै not a fan.
गुलियो या अमिलो?
Guliyo. I started loving sugar. I don't know why. That's it.
मैदाको रोटी या गहुँको रोटी?
Maida is.
So we'll be following with more segments
as well.
Okay, getting on to that part when you started singing. So यो जेनर अफ सिंगिङ जुन तपाईले गरिरहनु भएको छ, धेरैजनाले ट्राई गर्नुहुन्न, इभन मेल और फिमेल, तर यु स्टार्टेड एन्ड यु एस्टाब्लिस्ड हैन. So is it कि this was your first choice? Is it कि you want to experiment? Because very few या एकदमै कम मान्छेहरूले आर्ट गर्छन्, त्यो कारणले गर्दा हैन आउट अफ बक्समा जाउँ भन्ने सोच राखेर यतातिर आउनुभयो.
Right. First thing, to be honest, I am somebody who is an open box, I would say. You know? I mean, having said that, I've said this to a lot of interviews that I've given. Muki once one day, he say, my vocal tone, the most important thing is my Adam's apple, my vocal cord. It emphasizes on the song that I could do rock songs, not just like rock songs. I can also do pop songs. There's something that I really wanted to inculcate with is a rock song, and that really synchronizes it with the song that I do. You know? So the reason the first thing is I chose rock songs. Second thing, I am very inspired, and it's also important for life is to be inspired with somebody that you really look forward to. When as I say, I'm really inspired with this gothic rock band called Nightwish and Evanescence. अनि उहाँहरुको हेर्दा हेर्दा international bands हेर्दा हेर्दै चाहिँ नेपालमा पनि why not, maybe we can start that भनेर चाहिँ त्यो कुरा आएर, because English is an international language, why not do that भनेर चाहिँ मैले चाहिँ ल let's do modern rock songs, let's do alternative rock songs, or let's be inculcated with the song that is more related to progressive rock songs. किन नगर्ने, let's try that. मान्छे एउटा सानो सर्कल भए पनि why not do that भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ मेरो दिमागमा आयो. अनि त्यसपछि I thought of doing it, अनि I came across that, and there were very less audience because अब अहिले पनि नेपालमा हेर्ने भने we didn't go audience or त्यतिको audience हाम्रो छैन होला, but the audience that we have is very loyal to us. And the सानो audience भए पनि they are very they're looking forward to our songs. They're सानो audience भए पनि. So मैले चाहिँ त्यो सोचेर चाहिँ एउटा अडियन्समा चाहिँ एउटा बिल्डअप गरौँ, गीत प्रस्तुत गरेर चाहिँ एउटा सानो अडियन्समा भए पनि हाम्रो गीत चाहिँ अगाडि आओस् भनेर गरेको हुँ. तर having said that, we're also working with songs that are pretty much mainstream, जुन चाहिँ अलिकति जेसन टाइपको, अलिकति इना, अलिकति सिया टाइपको पनि आउँदैछ as I posted on my Instagram, and I'm looking forward to that as well. किनभने पहिला चाहिँ I used to do it for myself, rock song, progressive song, but now I also want to do it for the audience. So त्यो रिजनले गरेर चाहिँ कसले भन्छ question coming back and forth again. We do rock songs, but we also want to experiment with something extra than that, like electronic rock or maybe electronic pop song or something like such, to just try and have the fusion of it so that we can understand how the whole thing sounds like.
Okay. So every singer and every band have their uniqueness, unique selling point, USP. So they stand for that. Likewise, Ashra and the Parables stands for what?
We don't want to take a stand, first thing, but thank you for addressing that. Ashra and the Parables, by the name itself, parables means story. Story means something that we can inculcate our story with. Different story. Somebody comes from a different phase of life. Somebody comes from a different phase of life. You have a different phase of life. I have a different phase of life. We all have different phases of life. The parables is something that checks the story, story, and then they try to bring out to the audience so that we can relate with it. I mean, generation today 21st century, what happens is people usually they see people and they start judging it, and that's so wrong. So instead of judging those people, it's very important for us to actually analyze what the whole thing looks like and maybe bring out it through an art so that other people can relate to it, in a very positive and a very inspiring way. And that's what parable is. So I think that's what we stand for. We stand to inspire people, we stand to motivate people, and we stand to bring out light in people to the darkness that they've been, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah. So you have been one of the quarterfinalists for singing reality show The Voice of Nepal. You did successfully represented Nepal at World Musical Theatre Sam Elsek, Egypt in 2019 December, and done your international appearances at Australia, South Korea, Egypt, and more. So with all these things, how you sum up your musical journey so far?
Egypt was an amazing experience. I mean, wow. Even if argument is social money, I still want to go back to that time. Money. The respect that I've gotten from people was tremendously wondrous, I would say. Number one. And number two, say Egypt was something that just came to me just like that. I didn't apply for it. I just got an email. My email was posted on my social media. They checked me out through probably Voice of Nepal because that's what they said. Voice of Nepal, मेरो whole lot of love on Led Zeppelin गीत राखेको थिएँ मैले. त्यसपछि they told me that we want you at Shamil Sheikh, we want you to represent your country भनेर भन्नुभयो. Then I thought it was fake. Why can somebody just ask me through an email to नेपालमा त कति राम्रो सिङ्गर हुनुहुन्छ, so why would they ask me भनेर I was being insecure with myself. I'm basically like, होइन होला सायद छोडिदिउँ यो होइन होला भनेर सोचेँ. त्यसपछि अर्को इमेल आयो. त्यसपछि they wrote an entire description on it. Okay? We really want you there. We saw your Voice of Nepal clip of Led Zeppelin, and we think that you have a very powerful voice, and maybe we should call you there. We've also sent you an attached ticket, flight ticket. They've already sent me a ticket. And I'm like, okay, wow, this was the Sachikura. And I checked that. Especially say, I just got a ticket from halfway through. Especially they even suspicious. I just got this ticket halfway through, and maybe I have to come first to Mumbai. Maybe I'm not eligible. Especially they immediately sent me another ticket from Kathmandu to Mumbai and Mumbai to Sharm el Sheikh, like 2 tickets. They were so quick. Especially I realized that they really want me there, and I was so grateful. I was so empowered at the same time. When I went there, it was this amazing place where there were amazing people, 231 countries were through, and I was the only one representing Nepal. I got this amazing interview sessions from Egypt, and they also wanted me to come next year with the band. And why didn't you come with the band? I didn't know. Basically, I went there, but they just asked me to come with the band. And it was something that I really am fortunate about, and I think that going and moving forward with time, I think I should try making more songs. Just to say, people will know about it, and maybe we can heal the world someday through music.
So you create your music, you create the songs. So how difficult in terms of rock singing, lyrics lekhnako lagi? Is it as easy or is it as same with other genre of singing, or something specific huनुपर्छ words ma when you write down?
Yes. So your question is interesting, sir. Rock singing गर्नलाई अथवा कुनै पनि जनरको सिंगिङ गर्नको लागि I don't think the कुनै पनि त्यो different कुरा चाहिन्छ जस्तो लाग्दैन. It's all about emotions. It's all about how you feel. It's all about how you feel, and then you write it in the words so that people can resonate with it. And at the end of the day, it's very important for the audience or public to resonate with it. When resonating on so far, it's going to be within us, which is also okay. There is intention of audience like inspire, motivate, उहाँहरूले कसरी resonate गर्नुहुन्छ भन्ने कुरा is also important. Basically, music is all about something that we do for the audience. उहाँहरू नै हाम्रो गुरु हो भने जस्तै. They are our gods, and we are just their servants who are gonna serve them to some extent, and we get in return we get appreciation when जस्तो. Even if we don't, it's okay. So the reason is I don't think rock song मा हम जसरी गीत लेख्छौं त्यसमा pop song अथवा कुनै पनि अब indie गीत अथवा कुनै पनि अरु genres हरुमा त difference हुनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्दैन. It's all about feeling the song. It's about writing the emotions to it. एउटा सानो कुरा चाहिँ के हुन सक्छ भन्दाखेरि genre different भएको हुनाले चाहिँ अब hip hop गर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ अलिकति धेरै lyrical word चाहिन्छ होला. So in terms of rock songs, we probably need a strained voice or something. The type of vocal tone that we have should be a little more powerful. Ani hip hop a little softer or little, like groovy funk funk hip hop is something pretty much similar to rock and roll or metal. It's another level of difference that are pretty much similar on their own ways. When it's it needs a lot of power. It needs a lot of anger. And this metal one, they have a lot of the energy on it. And I'm gonna destroy you. Most of the lyrics, not all, but so that's how people judge us, with being very brutal. Grunge and growth, but that's not it. It's about portraying the way that we want to do. So that's not how people should judge it. Every song has its own thing. हामी जसरी portray गर्छौं त्यो कुरा चाहिँ pretty much lyrically similar नै हुन्छ. There's no difference.
So we move on to second segment. This is all the first thing that happened in your life in different corners in general. The first day at college, if you remember.
The first
day at college.
Awkward. I was very awkward, and I didn't know what I was doing, because I wanted to go to America and study, because I did my A-levels, and I didn't know why I was studying in Nepal, to be really honest.
First song that was recorded.
The first song that was recorded was back in 2014. It was called Smiling as One. I don't think that's on YouTube. Yes, they passed. Okay. And it was amazing. I was very young, and I that's when I knew that I had credibility and creativity in me that I really wanted to inculcate with other songs as well. People I wasn't gonna realize that. Yes, Ashra, you can really make songs as well.
Okay. First professional appearance as a singer on stage.
First professional experience as a singer on stage was Italy, 2014, when I was at Women in Concert. Yes, I was performing with all the national artists. Through national artists, DJI Himalayan Times, मेरो मात्र photo आयो. Shot. I'm nobody. I mean, मलाई कोही पनि हैन, मेरो त गीत पनि छैन अहिलेसम्म ओरिजिनल. मेरो कसरी आयो? I still have the photo. Strange.
Okay. You are also working as a public speaker. So your first performance as a public speaker.
My first performance as public speaker was when I worked with WWF Nepal back in 2015. I was a speaker at Bhaktapurko, the big ground. I was amazing. I was young. I had this drive within me that used to basically tell me, Ashra, you gotta do this. People are gonna laugh at you. The second thing is, see other people you should do this. Self-motivation, and that was my first experience, 2015.
The first interview.
I don't remember actually, sir, but 2012 Matthew. I was very young. Women in Concert was my first interview with News 24. I also worked there for like 5 months. 5 months.
Okay. First mobile phone that you used.
Black and white phone. I don't know. First mobile phone. School phone I would say I think it's Xiaomi normal phone.
Okay.
It's very fancy. The brand use just because of the phone quality. Normal phone black and white.
Okay. First time that was your autograph. You filled your autograph. The autograph dinu first time.
2013, we were in Concert again. By the there were a lot of people. Because I was so young. But I was also still giving it. I was very happy at the end of the day.
Okay. First time that you wore sari.
The first time that I wore a sari was during my bachelor's. Bachelor's. I used to wear kurtas or lehengas.
Is it during the convocation time?
Mostly, yes, convocation time. I wore a sari and I actually played a guitar in front of my principal. Yes. Yes. With this one.
So first moment, or if you could remember, no need to specify day, but first time you open your social account, Facebook.
Facebook account खोलेको त 2016 तिर होला.
So is it the same time when you open your Insta as well?
No, I opened my Insta very late and I didn't even know what it was. Although it's so growing and people really tell me, honestly, when people really tell me, Ashra, तपाईँले आफ्नो गीतहरू राख्नुपर्छ so that you can get verified. अहिले तपाईँले केही नगर्दा तपाईँको followers बढिरहेछ भने why don't you do that भनेर मलाई भन्नुहुन्छ. अनि मेरो answer is हुन्छ अनि भोलिपल्ट फेरि nothing. I do not. But
So is it the same? Is it the same reason TikTok much hot or nothing is there?
I don't have TikTok.
Is someone else open in behalf of you?
I think so. I don't have TikTok account. When they mentioned what in it, that's it. I don't have TikTok account.
And what about LinkedIn?
I do have LinkedIn because LinkedIn is very important for me. My professor I don't post much on LinkedIn, but that's a profile where it's very important for me to interact with my colleges and my professional people. Yes, because with LinkedIn is somebody.
So first time when you did full makeup?
The first time that I did makeup was, I think, when I was in Sri Lanka. Also, it was you. You as I think you were the one who, yes, you were the one who moderated the whole thing at Sri Lanka, Colombo. And we were supposed to have makeup on our face, and I was the one who didn't really know how to do makeup. I still don't know how to do makeup except for the lipstick and the eyeliner. So thank you. And I had somebody, just Anila ma'am was there. She really asked me to like do the makeup, and it took me 1.5 hours. And she told me 1.5 hours like normal makeup then maybe mama 1.5 hours makeup so maybe I don't deserve to be a makeup enthusiast.
Okay. So this would be second last question. First time that you bought very expensive.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
First time that you bought something very expensive.
Very expensive. Okay, so the first time that I bought very expensive was this diamond ring that I bought from Korea for my mom because she really loved it. Interested in yes, I think that was
fun. The very first professional income, professional singing and then you earn something. So what was that moment on, if you remember the amount, what amount you earned?
My very first professional income wasn't high. It was very, very low. So when I started working with international tours as the Korea, that was the highest paid income that I've had in dollars the first time. $1,000 for just one show. So that was amazing.
Okay. So now coming to that money and financial return back from what you are doing, तपाईले जति लगानी गर्नु भएको छ मेहनत समय अनि सँगसँगै पैसा पनि आफुलाई ग्रुम गर्नुको लागि अथवा डेभलप गर्नुको लागि as a professional. So are you happy and satisfied with the earning from your singing?
To be really honest, I have a backup plan like Miro study and Miro the work that I do as a ADPL brand ambassador. It's very important for me. Agriculture Development Bank is something that has not just to do with the photos that I click, but rather do with the project and something that I can do for the country because it's a governmental bank, to be honest. I know. Cement अनि मलाई एउटा जियो अनि मोबाइलबाट पनि ब्रान्ड एम्बेसडर हुनु भन्ने आउनु भएको थियो तर I couldn't say yes किनभने that was something that was related to my work. अनि it's money value is not very important, but it's important when you can actually help people as an individual level. जस्तो मैले सानसानो कुरामा बच्चाहरूलाई एउटा जसले गर्न सक्दैन underprivileged people भन्छु म उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ मैले पढाइदिए मात्रै भने पनि it's going to be very important for me किनभने it's going to make me satisfied in some level हैन. So त्यो कुरामा चाहिँ passive income is very important अनि त्यो कुरा हेरेर चाहिँ फेरि back and forth अगाडि आउने हो भनेदेखि चाहिँ हजुरले भने जस्तै अहिलेसम्म गरेको कामहरूमा चाहिँ I think ADBL has given me that value, passive income को through, and त्यसपछि चाहिँ जुन किसिमको काम गरिन्छ in terms of music त मेरो एकदमै लिमिटेड गर्छु म. I might have had a regular gig, Friday gig हुन सक्थ्यो होला, but I never did that किनभने that's what I really felt like doing. किनभने मलाई चाहिँ regular gig भन्दा पनि I wanted to do big shows. And this is something that I'm really going to be honest about. I really wanted to do big shows. I wouldn't say big or small, but big shows in a sense. There's a stage, there are a lot of people, and that's going to happen very frequently. भन्दा पनि एकदमै rarely जुन चाहिँ महिनामा एकताली हुन्छ, or like let's say 3 महिनामा एकताली हुन्छ. And 3 event match, I'm going to give my best, not just every Friday nights where people are just going to come eat and watch me sing. That's something that I never want to do, and I never even did that, which is okay. I had a backup plan, for people whose the entire thing is all about music, they can do that, that's for sure. Because I've had my backup plan with music and study, I was not able to do every Friday night, and also there was something that I really didn't want to do. And the reason why I searched for bigger shows, I would say I'm a huge believer of manifestation and visualization. The reason why I'm very grateful for the fact that I got shows like Egypt, man. I got shows in Korea, See You All Now, with big artists like Nima Rumba, Ani, Sabin Rai, and I was there. Same hotel, same stage. I was the only one who didn't even have a song. So I would be very grateful for that once.
Okay, so to pursue your singing career, you need to have your own songs, more songs. अहिले त अब promotion को पार्टबाट पनि music videos is very important. So is there any plan you are bringing up more songs so that you can reach your audience and create more audience for yourself?
Right. So, I think the music video is not that important, but if you really want to showcase something that your music is really about, something that is very specific to, I think it's very important to also have a music video so that people can resonate with it and they can understand the audio that you're trying to tell the story about. It's not very important. Again, with that, adding on to it, the most important thing is also the fun. When I like music videos are made, cost a lot of amount. And if people can do an expensive sort of a music video and bring it in front of people, they're always going to be enjoying it. Or at the other hand, the musicians, they're not going to have the income revenue from the music video that they do. Longer term, maybe they can do it. YouTube videos, consistency, so they might have it. So having said that, I don't think it's very important to do music video. It's important to at least bring out an audio that's resonating with the people, and so that they can bring out music video that is going to also resonate in a bigger term. So this is for sure.
Okay, so अलिकति फरक विचारधारा बुझ्न पाइयो आश्राको in terms of these things, music video को कुरामा र अघिल्लो प्रश्नको आन्सरमा पनि. Now, how to reach you, or how you are going to reach your listeners and your viewers? So तपाईं music video पनि कम बनाउनुहुन्छ, likewise तपाईं regular singing पनि कम गर्ने, you will be waiting for a bigger platform. भने तपाईंको फ्यान्सहरु तपाईलाई फलो गर्नेहरुले तपाईलाई सुन्नको लागि what is the access?
Thank you so much for stating that, because that's very thoughtful of you. Thank you. मेरो अडियन्सहरुले मलाई भेट्नु भन्दा अगाडि अथवा मलाई कन्ट्याक्ट गर्नु भन्दा अगाडि फर्स्ट अफ अल म के भन्छु भन्दा I'm always connected to you, whether or not I talk to you or not, So म चाहिँ एकदमै connected सुने जस्तो लाग्छ, because the way that I'm making music, the way that I'm creating music is all for you. हजुर सबैजनाको लागि नै बनाइरहेको मैले. I think about how the audience resonate with it. मैले गीत बनाउने बेलामा I don't think it from my own perspective, I think it from the audience perspective. अनि त्यसले गर्दा I think I'm always connected to you. तर पनि having said that, if you want to get connected to me, भन्नुभयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ Instagram is the possible way that you can get connected to me. Instagram अलिकति frequently चलाउँछु म. I don't check messages regularly, to be really honest. साच्चै भन्ने हो भने I don't check messages regularly. My emails regularly check गर्छु, because I'm doing my Ph.D. and it's very important for me to check emails regularly, but I don't reply to every emails. But Instagrams, I tend to reply to all my well-wishers. I appreciate the effort that they send to me. I know एकदम राम्रो message लेख्नुहुन्छ उहाँले. Thank you, Ashra, for your song. I'm a huge fan, and I tend to reply that. Having said that, there are a few people who say, "Ekdam ramai लेख्नुहुन्छ तर पछि चाहिँ अलिकति clingy messages पनि आउँछ and I have to restrict them from my profile." So this is the nose भन्न चाहन्छु. But having said that again, एकदम राम्रो messages चाहिँ मलाई आउने गर्दछ and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Okay, we have some of the viewers providing us responses. And Niran Brown, Namaskar, is the sign there. Christina Baral with the heart sign. And then अघिको क्वेसनमा तपाईलाई आन्सर या एक्ज्याक्टली भन्ने आरडी थिङले फिडब्याक दिनुभएको थियो. And then is Suhas Kumar with the heart signs. So all these people, and thank you for watching us. र पछिसम्म हामीलाई साथ दिइरहनु होला र दिइरहन्छ भन्ने हामी आशा गर्छौं. And now getting quickly to the another segment, this would be if questions. So if you were hungry and were served with chicken momo, chicken burger, and chicken spring roll, what would be your pick? Or none of them?
Everything.
Everything.
You know what's on me. Everything. Everything.
Okay. So if you are thirsty and you are served with pineapple juice, mojito, and banana lassi, what would be your pick?
I think I would go with banana lassi.
Okay. So if you're gifted with something expensive, that is the smartphone, how would you react? The most expensive smartphone, if gifted, how would you react?
I would just be grateful whether it's expensive or not. Just the gift. The gift is the gift, so I would be happy.
Okay. If you need to,
send another gift to that person.
Okay, if you need to wear different colors in different days from Sunday to Saturday, that is 7 colors for 7 days. So how many days would be the black, or will be wearing different colors, or will be same black color?
7 days black. If it's all like for shows. I don't know. I mean, just the women specifically.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gonna be all black. It's gonna be all colorful. I mean, of course, it's just full of colors. It's full of colors. There are a lot of colors. But
so if you're going to be honest, with that definite answer ma audakiri, so 7 days 7 color. So Sunday bada start garun. What would be the first color?
Sunday would be black.
Okay. Second day, Monday.
I don't know. It just depends. It's gonna depend because I wear a lot of formal wears. I love formal wears, and instead of shoes like lights, I definitely wear black because that's what really makes you feel good. I know. So usually black lounge, maroon, black, purple, raw, dark green. Say my shoes usually. It just depends. Could be anything.
So if you need to eat 7 fruits for 7 days, then which fruit for which day?
That's a tough question because I don't eat fruit much. My mom's gonna kill me. So she tells me all the time kind of what's the fruits are doing one day. All you can eat the I love watermelon. I love making the fancy juice. Lockdown was especially juice creativity. That's what I used to do. I think Sunday would be watermelon, and I think watermelon all through the weekend until like bananas already, and at the end of the day, already apple health I don't really like it, to be honest.
Okay. So if you need to rename these animals by replacing with the transportation medium, that means you need to rename these animals with the vehicles. So how would you rename? If you need to rename lion with something transportation vehicle, which transportation vehicle would be named as lion?
Lion would be an airplane taking off everything.
Donkey?
It's a mile donkey, but I would say a tempo. Very slow.
Dog?
Dog would be a tiger. I love dogs.
Camel?
Camel would be a truck. Very useful.
Cat
Cat would be a bike.
and horse.
A horse could be a train, a fast-moving train.
So if you need to rename the birds by the name of vegetables, which bird would be renamed as the vegetables of your pick? Hen.
Ladyfinger.
Peacock.
Rabbit.
Sparrow.
Cabbage.
Okay. Crow.
Garlic.
Pigeon.
Eggs.
And the final one, bat.
I was actually remembering kikun vegetables, however, to be honest. It's the last one, cabbage, I would say. Again.
Okay. So this is the last question in the segment. So if you need to team up somewhere, if you wish for that, with the very popular singer in Nepali zone and international zone, which singer would you love to team up and bring something that is very inspiring in terms of singing?
All right, this is a very amazing question. But I would say Nepalco team, as there are a lot of people who I really love to collaborate with. But if I have to say one person, I would definitely say Ashra Kunwar, my brother. I'm also collaborating with him at the same time. अहिले हाम्रो एउटा गीत आउन लागेको छ इतिहास तिम्रो मेरो, which is a love song, and we already recorded it. We're looking forward to the video. I'm also looking forward to the song. Nitesh is my brother, Kunwar bhayera pani, and so he's like family. So I'm really looking forward to collaborate with him. He's going to be the one.
And what about international?
Internationally, there are a lot of people. I met through a lot of people. I worked with 15 other people from You Standing Now as One Money. Facebook COVID song, which you can actually watch it. YouTube Standing Now as One Money. So I think I collaborate I would love to collaborate with any one artist from the same group of people. And everyone is so amazing. They're so good. And also, the recent people that I've met through Clubhouse, the best people from Clubhouse, they're very nice, they're very talented, and they also want to collaborate with me, and I'm really looking forward to work with them. So I would say each and every people from abroad. I mean, they're so talented.
When I scroll down your profile, World Bank scholar from Wuhan University of Technology, so what is it about it?
World Bank Scholar was something that was organized by Kathmandu University, and they usually organize it every year. It's more like a mobility student program that happens every year. It's more like a capacity building program. Wuhan University ma hareक वर्ष हुने गर्दछ अनि त्यसमा चाहिँ हरेक युनिभर्सिटी को एकजना स्टुडेन्ट चाहिँ they take it. They are basically called as World Bank Scholar. They get a certificate as a World Bank Scholar, and they get the entire, the lump sum of amount for the research program that they get as a student. And this is a proper facilitation program and usually introduction अथवा let's say your interview program so त्यसमा चाहिँ I was qualified, and त्यसपछि I went to Wuhan बाट COVID आयो, and everybody was like, you got the COVID so you're funny part of that thing. But having said that, I'm very, very grateful to Kathmandu University, Wuhan University team for having me as one of the students for the mobility program as a scholar. So I think that's the biggest achievement that I've gotten before the lockdown. I'm very grateful for that. Yes.
Okay. So not taking more time. Now coming to the final preparation. So what you have prepared for Abako Dinma Ashra, like how we can see besides singing, besides doing your studies, something big and surprising coming or not?
I wouldn't want to tell myself that I'm working with something big, money. That's something that you want to decide to, and this audience is going to decide to. That the back of the mind might say we all are very progressive with our things that we really want to do. The reason that makes us really progressive and very driven at the same time. So having said that, say we all are working for something that is really important for us to do it. So त्यही कुराले गरेर चाहिँ लकडाउन भयो, कोभिड भयो, we all have been through a lot of chaos. हाम्रो कति कुराहरू बिचमा अड्क्यो, तर the most important thing that we should be realizing is we're alive, right? Our parents as well. हाम्रो parents are well हुनुहुन्छ, हामी alive छौँ भने that's the most important thing रहेछ. We need to be grateful in little things भनेर मैले realize गरेँ. So त्यो कुरा हुँदा नै चाहिँ अब मैले further future-मा चाहिँ के गर्छु भन्ने कुरा अब हजुरले सोध्नै सक्नुभयो भने चाहिँ what I say is the first thing that I would really change myself to be in this rebirth phase of 2021 would be to be satisfied and to not just focus on achieving things. I know that that's something that I really want to do in my life, and that's something that I really want to do. I know that's me. Something that I really want to do so that I can help other people. आफू नै resilient भयो भने त अरूलाई resilient बनाउन सकिन्छ भने जस्तै that's something that I want to do. But having said that, the most important thing that I want to inculcate in my life right now is to be satisfied, to serve people as long as I can. सानो कुरा किन नहोस्, एउटा सानो scholarship एकजनालाई मात्रै किन नहोस्, that's something that I want to do. So त्यही कुरा नै म further future-मा गर्न चाहन्छु. त्यसको साथसाथै चाहिँ I want to really help people जसलाई चाहिँ एकदमै गाह्रो भइरहेछ mentally अथवा अहिले पनि I'm giving free tuition classes to a lot of musicians हरू हुन्छ नि, aspiring musicians I would say. They told me that they can't be able to pay for the fees भनेपछि मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्यो भने चाहिँ why not let me do it for free भनेर मैले सिकेको कुराहरू मेरो जुन चाहिँ aspiring knowledgeहरू छ I didn't even want to take any amount for that because I really want them to be great because they had great voices, एकदम राम्रो आवाज. So that really brings me satisfaction. So going forward with life, that's something that I want to do. And त्यसको साथसाथै PhD यो सानसानो कुरा जस्तो म्युजिकको कुराहरू त हुँदै नै गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई.
Okay, so that's it all by Ashra, and we'll be catching up with you again in some other end of the journey. So thank you for joining the show, and wish you all the best for your future. Thank you so much.
For calling me, Hazar.
Okay, that's done with Ashra. र आश्रासँगको कुराकानी यही बिच मार्छौँ र आश्रालाई धन्यवाद दिँदै we like to proceed. That's the end of the show. We'll be catching up with next week with another personality from different end. Till then, enjoy yourself. मस्त रहनुला, व्यस्त रहनुला, आफ्नो ख्याल गर्नुला, आफ्नो हेल्थ र वरपर आफ्नो नियर एन्ड डियरहरुको हेल्थको पनि ख्याल गर्नु होला. And enjoy yourself the best you can. यति भन्दै बिदा हुन चाहन्छु. Thank you so much.